Hi, good afternoon. I'm Angelica.
Nice to meet you. I'm Donia Shirazi.
Nice to meet you, Donia. So, I'm the nursing supervisor here over at Overlake Medical Center in the ER department. Welcome to Washington.
Thank you.
How was the flight in?
It was really good. Yeah, no delays. Made it right on time.
Good. Did you have a resume for me?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Thank you. Wonderful, Donia. So, let's see. Let's just get right into it. Do you want to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I just graduated from a nursing program in California. I attended Cal State East Bay in Hayward, California. I was there for 5 years. I went there straight out of high school, and I completed my bachelor's in nursing. And I also have a public health nurse certificate as well because of the community outreach my program did.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. I also worked in the ER throughout my time in nursing school. I worked as a secretary in a 12-bed ER in San Ramon, California.
Very nice.
Before that, I worked retail at Anthropology in Danville, which is right next to San Ramon. And then before that, how I really fell in love with nursing was I worked as a lifeguard throughout high school. So there was a lot of CPR training. We did a lot of drills, a lot of patient care. First aid was all like every shift. I was always doing first aid for younger kids. That's really when I realized I wanted to be a nurse.
Very nice. Any volunteering experience you've done?
So during my time at East Bay, I was a part of the Peer Health Exchange, which was a group of students. We were trained in like a health class, and we went out to Hayward high schools that didn't have health programs, and we taught a skills-based class for them to help them make healthy decisions.
Oh, good. It's always good to get into the schools.
Yeah, it was a really great experience. I'm really grateful.
Well, I'm glad you're able to do that during school.
Yeah.
Let's see. Love your background experience. So you're interested in the emergency department, correct?
Yes, I'm really interested in emergency care. I think it's really important, and I know how detail-oriented nurses in that department need to be because anything can come through that ambulance bay, and you have to be ready all the time.
Very true.
I'm really interested in critical care, which I know is a huge aspect of emergency nursing, but I think emergency nursing will really help me get my skills to the point that I need to be at to pursue critical care.
Very nice. So you want to be in critical care as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm super interested in both aspects of nursing.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your short-term goals.
Short term, I want to get a new grad residency. I really want to have the opportunity to learn more before I'm alone as a bedside nurse. I think I need that guidance of a fellow nurse to help me learn the tricks of the trade.
Yes, very needed. You'll learn so much from our nurses here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. How about any long-term goals?
Long-term goals, I do want to go back and get my master's at some point in the next 8 years, I think is the goal, is my timeline.
That's a good time.
I want to allow myself to really learn bedside nursing first and really establish my skills.
Yes.
And I want to be a nurse practitioner working in an ER, seeing patients.
Very nice. You're young. You have lots of time. Let's see. I just have one more question. Why Washington?
I've always loved Washington. My dad, he commuted a lot to Seattle for work, so I would always go with him, and we were always in Oregon and Washington, and I've always wanted to live in the Pacific Northwest, and I think this would be the perfect opportunity for me to move out of California and spread my wings.
Yeah, you'll see California and Washington are very different, but the people here are very nice too.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's all the questions that I have. Did you have any questions for me at all?
Yeah, so when I was looking at the application, I saw that there was a bunch of different specialties listed. For this specific position, would I only be in emergency nursing, or would I get a taste of all?
So for this position, it'll be just emergency nursing. So we'll go ahead and focus on that first. Later on in your career, if you should choose to go somewhere else, feel free to apply internally. But we want you to be in one spot. Get your stuff down there first, orient and everything, and then after that, we'll be happy to see where you can go after. Anything else?
And historically, is this a position that's offered every year, or do you guys do it just kind of based off of need?
It's kind of based off of need. We like to help our nurses go into different places, like I said. So a lot of our nurses go from the ER to the ICU or a step-down unit, just depending on where they want to go. So we like to have it kind of ongoing, but more for need purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out to Washington. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Hi, Ms. Ardales. Thank you for coming today. I'm Donia.
I'm Angelica.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I am the supervisor here on 5 Surgical at the Children's Hospital, and I'll be conducting your interview.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Awesome. Did you bring your resume?
Yes, I have my resume and my references here for you.
Okay, wonderful. Let me give them a quick look. All right. Why don't we just start with you telling me a little bit about yourself?
A little bit about myself. I'm Angelica Ardales. I currently live in San Ramon, California. I went to school at California State University, East Bay, over in Concord.
I'm actually an alumna.
Wow.
I graduated from the nursing program as well.
Wow, it was a really good program.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. So I went there straight out of high school for 4 years, graduated this past December with my bachelor's of nursing.
Great.
Besides that, my work experience includes a whole variety of things.
Yeah, I see that.
I've been working since I was in high school, as you can see. I used to work at Panera Bread, worked my way up to become a trainer at a really young age. I then worked in the sales industry at Michael Kors at the outlets in Livermore. I also worked in the hospitality industry at Marriott in San Ramon. And my latest job included working as a physical therapy aide over in Stanford Healthcare Valley Care in Livermore.
Wow, you were busy while you were going to school.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. It looks like you have a really strong work ethic.
Thank you.
All right. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your short-term goals now that you've graduated?
Yeah. So my short-term goals include becoming a pediatric RN.
Oh.
Yes. After that, I would love to become maybe a PICU nurse or a NICU nurse. I really want to expand my skills in those areas. Intensive care was always an interest of mine in nursing school, as well as pediatrics.
So you would be open to possibly floating to different?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. How about long-term goals now that you're done with your bachelor's?
So now I'm done with bachelor's, I would definitely love to do my master's degree, become a nurse practitioner in pediatrics, but that would definitely be a couple of years from now. Okay. I really want to gain that bedside experience first.
Yeah, we have tons of nurse practitioners here at Oakland, and we're really supportive. All right. So why pediatrics and why not adult?
I really love pediatrics. So coming into nursing school, I always had a feeling of pediatrics being the place for me. But once I started doing volunteering over at the Bay Area Nursery in Concord, my love for pediatrics really grew. And then once I did my rotation here at Children's Hospital on this unit, I knew that it was for sure for me.
Yeah, so it looks like you have a lot of experience with children. What did you do at the crisis nursery?
So at the crisis nursery, all the kids there have been kind of dropped off by their parents. They either were going through a tough time, so while I was there, I would just provide the care for them, give them lots of time to play, encourage them to play with other children, and just help them with their daily activities.
Super important.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We're really close with the crisis nursery, and I know it's a really big resource for all the families in the Bay Area.
Yes,
so that's
definitely.
Wonderful. Well, awesome. Let's see, what else do I have for you here? So, tell me, why Cal State East Bay?
Cal State East Bay was actually a really good option for me when I was in high school. I live in San Ramon, so East Bay was was really good distance for me to drive to school. I really wanted to save money on college, and I really wanted to be in my community. So I knew that going to East Bay, I'd be able to go to the hospitals around that area as well for nursing. And then I'd be able to stay home and help my parents and just do more volunteering experience here in the community.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed East Bay. I really loved it.
It was a really good program.
It's a really special place. All right. Well, I think that just about does it for me. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I just have a couple questions. As I mentioned, I do want to become a nurse practitioner. I just wanted to know if Children's Hospital does support continuing education here.
Yeah, especially for night shift nurses, there's a lot of opportunities to do continuing education, and then once you enter a master's program, because we are affiliated with UCSF, there's a lot of flexibility with your schedule once you enter the program.
Very exciting.
Great. I'm glad you're interested in that.
Yes, very interested. And just one more question. I know it says night shift on the application. I just wanted to make sure it's just night shift.
So it will be after your orientation. So you'll be on day shift for about 6 months training, because that's part of the new grad program. And then after you're fully trained, you'll transition to nights, and then you'll be all night shift.
Okay, well, that sounds great.
Well, great. It was so nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
I
you
will
too.
be contacting you within the next week.
Thank you.